Welcome to the first ever episode of the Gramble On podcast. The podcast made by degenerates for degenerates. We're here. We are the Riley brothers. I'm Steve. This is Bob. And we're here just to give you a little bit of advice and try to make the world a shit ton of money. Whoop, whoop. Now, Bob, do you want to go in and tell them about the history about, why we're here, how we got here, and everything?
So, Gramble On, it's making fun of me because I gamble and ramble a lot about nothing.
He gets too many of these and won't stop talking.
True story. So, Gramble and ramble smashed together. It's grambling. We're grambling, baby. All day, every day. Basically, why are we here, Steve?
Hey, we're here. We're stuck in our parents' basement. This is how we started here, and we're gonna finish here. All right. One of the worst losses we had in our life was right here in this exact spot, but it inspired us to keep just gambling and gambling and gambling, and eventually we started making some pretty good money off of it, huh?
Damn right.
All right.
Yeah, we've been doing this for about 10 years now. Usually every year we make a little bit more money than the previous year. Knock on fucking wood on that one. We just want to kind of put this out. We kind of want to put this out.
Hitting it out of the park. Hitting it out of the park. That's what we're trying to do here this year, folks.
That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to just give you guys. We've found that we get more success by talking to other gamblers and really feeling out what other people see. If you get a good circle around you, usually you can make better bets, and that's what we're kind of here for you guys. We see a lot of people paying for picks. We see a lot of people making picks 15 minutes before the game. Two terrible things to do. Why would you pay somebody to play? Why would you pay somebody to pay for? Bleh. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'll talk about it. Jeez, he's obviously not drunk enough because he talks better when he is. So, yeah, I mean, the whole point of it is, we want to come to you, and we want you to come to us, and we want to work together as a team. This isn't us against the world. This is, me and Bob against the world. It's us against the world. Gramble On. Let's take every dollar and every penny from every casino that they have to offer. And that's the whole goal here, alright? Let's all fucking pay our mortgages, take our wives to a nice, vacation, in Cabo or some shit like that, wherever the fuck you want to go.
And mind you, this is real money. This is real bets.
Real money.
This is exactly what we're playing with. So we're not going to talk about $10,000. We're not going to talk about $50,000. This is a couple $100.
What I got right now, $200. Tampa Bay -2 parlayed with the over. It's gonna hit. Just for record keeping. It's hitting. Alright, so enough of the bullshit. Let's first start off with we've talked about this thing. It's called the $1 Million Run.
This is
and Bob, you want to tell them what it's all about?
So this is kind of a conversation that I had with somebody 10 years ago about.
And when I say $1 million, I'm not joking. It's $1 million.
It's $1 million. So the idea behind the concept is that you take $100. It's basically like taking a paper clip and turning it into a house. So you take $100, you bet it every week, you double down every time, and in 14 weeks you get to 1.6 million. And it's just kind of been a fun thing that we always talk about. It's like a game of chicken. Where do you actually bow out?
Do you have the balls after 7 weeks to gamble $100,000 when you started with 100?
Do you, where are you? You only paid $100. You're only losing $100.
Bob, I'm not gonna lie.
But by week 8, you're at 25,000 grand. They're 25,000.
Bob, I'm not gonna lie. If I go 10 straight and I get to 100 grand, I don't know if I'm gonna have much more in.
At 25
that's
grand,
a conversation.
I gotta take something.
That's a conversation we'll have in 10 weeks.
That's a true story. So we're actually gonna pull that off, and we'll tell you our $1 million run bet. Obviously, it's week 1, so we're going to Basically, every bet is the beginning of the $1 million run, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let's get into the picks. Usually we start off with UFC. There is no UFC this weekend, so we're not even going to talk about it. And since tonight is Thursday night, might as well talk about that. So we got the Bucks versus the Cowboys.
Bob, I'm telling you right now, Terrible Tommy is coming out and slinging the fucking rock.
I don't think so.
He's chucking it.
I'm going against him on this on all sides. Technically, by kickoff, we're looking at the Bucks are going to be -9.5, and the over/under is probably going to be either 52 or 52.5.
And mind you, folks, this guy is a Cowboys fan himself. And he's down deck. He's down deck. Yeah, he might have a bum ankle. Who knows? You know, they went to the Rangers. He's not a pitcher. He might be, but he can still sling the rock. You got C.D. Lamb. You got Amari Cooper. You got Michael Gallup. You got a Zeke Elliott. I don't care if you're losing your left tackle. And you're putting up points, and that's why we're taking the over.
And they're going to run the ball. Tick, 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 tick. That's why we're taking the under.
Not a lot of time comes off the clock when Zeke's fucking taking one to the house for 60 yards.
I would love to see it, but I'm taking the Bucks -5.5.
And now I know you might not say this is not a good sign to start off the show that we're both arguing about a pick, but hey, that's gambling, baby.
And hey, that's what we are here for. This is what we do. This is what we've been doing for 10 years, is arguing about what picks to make and what not to, because somebody always comes up with something that is, holy shit, I should have thought about that before.
And also from a percentage aspect, Bob, if we both go against each other, we're always going to be right on this show.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But hey, do your homework. I mean, there's nothing that irks me more is watching a football game and they come up with a stat that I didn't see before. That makes me so fucking mad, it's not even funny.
But on the flip side, you know what makes me even happier? When they come up with a stat that supports my bet that I didn't even see.
That is a true story.
And those are going to happen.
It's going to happen. But, yeah, so mark it down. I'm taking the Buck. I'm going to tease them down to 5.5, and I'm going to parlay that with the under. And that's a +180 bet. And, Steve, what are you taking?
So, after thinking about it, I was really wanting, I really like the Bucks. I still think they're gonna blow them the fuck out. But realistically speaking, if you put the numbers together, I'm thinking that Terrible Tommy and the Bucks are gonna put up at least 35 points. They might put up a 40 spot on them boys. But also, them boys do have a pretty legit offense. So, I'm teasing the Bucks down to 2.5 just because, taking a risk, a little extra money instead of picking them to win. And I'm parlaying it with the over because it's obvious, we all know that the Buccaneers are going to win this fucking game. So I'm essentially betting the over with a little extra hook on it. Sometimes you get ballsy.
Sometimes you do.
So I'm taking Bucks -2.5 parlayed with the over at 52 to pay a +148.
Whoop, whoop. All right. So we're at a Thursday. Well, let's talk about Friday and Saturday. Let's talk about college.
And I'm going to start off by saying I have zero confidence heading into week 0. Did me dirty. All right, I mean, fade me, Bob.
He's up and down. But let's talk about this. There's too many NCAA picks for us to go game by game. So we're just going to give you the picks. There's no reason for us to sit here and talk about 60 fucking games. All right? We're just going to give you the picks straight up. With the NFL, we'll actually go through game by game because we're looking at 16 to 20 games.
And also, mind you, NFL is our specialty. NCAA, it's more of a bankroll builder for Sunday,
Usually. Depends on the Saturday.
Hopefully.
Sometimes UFC saves us.
Come the fuck out!
Yeah. Let's talk about our picks. We're going to talk about East Michigan and Wisconsin.
Bob, I really like this one. We're going with the under at 52. Simply because Wisconsin has potentially one of the best defenses in the country. Big Ten defense, smash mouth defense. They don't let you. they love playing that 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of defense. They ain't letting you do nothing. All right. Eastern Michigan, don't know much about them. All I know is that they're from the east side of Michigan, which my friend is from. Losers. All right.
And they didn't put up much last game,
Also,
so that's the other thing.
Mainly, this whole bet is predicated on Wisconsin. Wisconsin's got a great defense that probably should not allow more than 10 points. Wisconsin, on the other hand, has a terrible offense. Even against a team like Eastern Michigan, they're going to go into the locker room scoring 28 points like, oh, we lit them up. Right, Bob? I mean, this is simply a Wisconsin-based bet.
Right. And that's the whole thing. We're really just saying Wisconsin's not going to score 52 points.
And their defense, Eastern Michigan's going to be lucky to put up a touchdown on that defense.
Right, exactly. So going with the under in the Eastern Michigan-Wisconsin game. Now on to Georgia State and North Carolina.
All right, Bob, I'm very curious with this one. North Carolina, they returning quarterback Sam Howell, a great quarterback, prospect coming in. I bet him last week, thinking, oh, this dude's gonna light it up. And he didn't have the best game. I'm scared that
Did not, and against Vermont. That's the craziest
Vermont,
part.
that's wrong. They did not play Vermont. They played Virginia Tech.
Oh, Virginia Tech. I'm sorry. Whoops. Looked at
They
BT
played
and
VT.
saw her.
Yeah, they played Virginia Tech. Tech surprised me. I didn't think Tech was going to have that good of a team. They do. Sam Howell, I am scared, honestly, Bob, that Sam Howell might start to light it up in this game, but Georgia State is a team with a good defense and a terrible offense, once again. Going with that aspect. North Carolina has a really good defense, too, to go against Georgia State's terrible offense.
Terrible offense.
What did Georgia State score against?
10 points against Army.
Yeah.
66.5. This should be a lock. I'll take it all day.
No.
Let everybody else bet the over and leave it at that. We're going to Stanford and USC.
Now, mind you, don't know shit about this one. This is all his pick.
This one is basically by the numbers. Everybody's basically saying that Stanford's going to put up somewhere around 15 points, and USC is going to put up somewhere around about 35, I would say. So that's 50 points right there. But look at what they did before, and we're looking at Stanford put up
what's the spread on this game?
The spread on this game is -17 for USC, sorry.
Imagine if the UFC had a football team.
That would be amazing.
That actually, they should compete in. That would actually be amazing. Obviously, it would be a power run based offense.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're against KSU. Stanford put up 7 points. They're known to not score many points, and USC only put up 30 points against San Jose, right? Yeah.
Seems like you're talking against yourself on this one there, bud.
No,
hey, I believe you.
I'm not. This is actually one I like, but I'm not going to put money on it. I think it's worth it, but who knows how it's going to come out.
Alright, our next one. Iowa State. This is a big one. In-state rivalry. This is going to be a fun fucking game to watch. Whether you have money on it or not, I don't care. You better watch the fucking game because this is going to be a good game. Iowa State's coming back with a veteran squad that almost upset the Big 12 last year. With Blair Purdy. Is that his name? I know it's Purdy. I think it's Blair Purdy. Something like that. Blair Purdy. He's just an electric quarterback to watch. But you're going up against Iowa. Iowa State's the little brother going up against the big brother.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, as a little brother, big brother always fucking wins. And the fact that big brother's getting 4.5 points, I'm sorry, but it's a Big 10 team versus Big 12. Big 10 always smokes the Big 12. And including the fact of the rivalry, I mean, I'm taking Iowa. They just beat Indiana, which is another veteran squad last week. that had a real great year last year. They just beat Indiana last week. I mean, this is a potential take a money line for the extra money. I see Iowa winning this game, but you got the safety net of the 4.5 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Take the safety net. It's still week 2. You don't want to go too crazy.
This one I really like. This is gonna be, and also I think 4.5 points is too much for this game. This game's gonna come down to who has the ball last. It's gonna be a knockout, bloodshed. It's gonna be fun to watch. I don't care who you are.
Exactly.
It's gonna be a fun game to watch. Take the 4 points because it's gonna be close.
Now let's talk about Boston College and UMass. This one is
Pick
all this boy
of the week. First of all, who the fuck did UMass? Anybody know what UMass specializes in?
I have no idea.
Horticulture. They're a bunch of grass lovers. That's they got a nice field. They just don't know how to play on it. All right. Boston College has potentially the number 1 quarterback coming out of the draft in the NFL, and you heard it here first. Phil Jurkovich. Don't know how to say his Russian-ass name, but he is special. You're going to see this guy playing on Sundays, and I'll tell you right now, the quarterback for Boston College is a specimen. And you heard it here now. I do this every year. I called Saquon Barkley. I called Zach Wilson. This year, it's Phil Jurkovich. This dude's going to be playing on Sundays. Lay the 37 points. UMass might get 3. This dude is going to light up UMass's terrible team. He's going to score 60 on him. Every time he touches the ball, it's going to be a touchdown. This dude might set the record for most touchdown passes in a game because every time he throws the ball, it's going to be in the end zone.
I mean, I agree with Steve on this. 37 is just way too much for me to put down week 2. I agree with you 100%, but
bro, he's gonna be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft going against UMass.
I know. I should probably go with it, but laying 37.
UMass has
points.
flyers on their campus saying you want to play for the football team.
Well, if it's that easy, why don't we go?
We got an NFL quarterback going up against guys like, I always wanted to try football. Come on, man, get real.
But Steve's taking it. I like it. Minus 37. Let's talk Michigan. Now, we have a very soft spot in our heart.
Story? It's the first episode. We should probably tell them the story.
Alright. We had a parlay about 7 years ago.
Does anybody remember Michigan State, when the punter dropped the ball?
Jesus Christ. We don't like talking about
For
it.
those of you who remembered it, I think this is... But it was also, this was kind of the catalyst that even got us to this point.
Yes,
we were so pissed off. Long story short, 5-game parlay. We got it. All locked. First 4, not even close. We didn't even sweat a game. Didn't even sweat it. First 4, boom, got that one. Boom, got that one. Boom, got that one. Boom, got that one. Comes to the 5th game. We got Michigan. What were we laying? 3 points? We're getting 3 points. Who cares? I don't even know what the spread was. All Michigan had to do was kick the ball.
All they had to do was kick the ball.
We both had $200 each on a 5-game parlay to win $2,500.
6 years ago.
Dude had to just kick the ball.
All he had to do was he could have fell on it.
Fell down.
He could have fell on it.
Nope. Sure as shit. Potentially one of the worst beats in gambling history, and we experienced it.
I don't like remembering it.
So, if you've ever had a bad beat, we've had worse.
Terrible. But, anyways,
alright, so, to Michigan.
Anyways.
You think we would have learned our lesson?
We're never going to.
We're going back to Michigan.
Let's go, baby. Love them. -7 against Washington. You want to talk about it, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Harbaugh probably should have been fired 3 years ago. They still get the recruits. They're still a good team. Apparently, they've found their quarterback. They've found their quarterback the last 3 years. I'll admit I'm a diehard Michigan fan, but Washington, man, ever since that team that won the Pac-12 that got fucking fucked, let's not say it lightly, got fucked out of the college football playoffs. Team just hasn't been the same. Ever since, what's his name, Ross, that went to the Bengals. I mean,
they've been a mediocre
house. I mean, there is something to say about playing in the big house. I like it. I'm not hammering it. I like it. Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, we'll talk about money on that when we get to what we're actually picking and what we're actually doing. Let's move on to NFL picks.
All right, let's go down the line. This is where it gets fun.
Woo!
All right, Bob. Do you want to
I'll start it off. Let's talk about the Seahawks and the Colts. Seahawks are -2.5, and the over/under is 49.5. Steve,
I like the Hawks -3. There's a few things that go into this. Colts, they're just terrible against the spread to start the season. They always come out slow, whether it's Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, now Carson Wentz with a bum ankle. I don't care who's at quarterback for them. They might win the game. They just don't cover. The Colts are 1-11 against the spread in the last 12 seasons in their home opener. Not to mind you, they're 0-5 against the spread in the last 5 games as a home dog. Also, I really like the Hawks. I like what Rusty and Coach Carroll are doing up there in Seattle. Watch out for DK Metcalf. That chiseled dude's got less body fat than Bob has on his fucking wrist, okay? Ooh. That dude is chiseled. I like the Hawks -3 simply because the Colts, which is kind of ironic because they're named after a horse, but they do not come out of the gates fast. They come out pretty slow.
No, and I would like to take the Hawks too on that one. Let's move on to the Jags-Texans. Jags are -3, and the over/under is 44.5. He's not touching it with a 10-foot pole, baby. I like it.
See how far away I got?
I like it. I think the Texans are an absolute dumpster fire. The Jags -3.
If you consider the Texans a dumpster fire, what do you call the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I don't know, but I think they got
a trash can fire?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think they're just a little bit better than that. I'm not gonna put any money on it, but I like it. If you do decide to go Jags -3, I would say it's okay to bet.
I personally don't respect anybody that looked at this game and said, "Yep, got the pick."
just being honest. Hey, this is why I'm not putting money on it. Eagles Falcons. Falcons are -3.5.
Eagles fly.
He's a big Eagles
fan. On the road to victory.
And we got 48.
And on that note, not touching it.
Yeah, not gonna touch it at all. That game can go many different ways, and those numbers are pretty damn accurate.
To be fair, what are they? The Falcons are laying 3?
The Falcons are laying 3.5. Yes.
I'd almost. All right. This very. It's gonna sound bad because I'm an Eagles fan and just said don't touch it, but I just know as an Eagles fan from recent history, the Falcons and Eagles games are always barn burners, absolute barn burners. I mean, if you're a ballsy person, tease it up to 4.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know.
Look it up. Can you find the history? Can you find the history of like the Eagles against each other? Because I remember week 1 they opened up, had like a last play Eagles won in the first round of the playoffs when they won the Super Bowl. Julio Jones, I don't know how he didn't catch that, but he didn't, and we won the Super Bowl that year.
Let's see. Going to so just like the simple.
Either way,
home team when they're against each other, home team is 5-0 against the spread. The under is 5-0.
Dogs 5-2. Either way, not worried about it because I'm not touching it. All I know is I've watched the Eagles play the Falcons a bunch of times, and it's always a barn burner.
Let's move on to the Chargers-Washington.
Where are we? Chargers-Washington?
Chargers-Washington. Chargers are -1, 44.5. Yeah, that's a pick 'em.
I like Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert and the Chargers are going to have a big year this year. They have a legitimate defense. They got Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram on the outside, defensive end rushing. They got fucking Fitzmagic fucking chucking the rock in Washington. Yeah, he's good for 2 good games and then starts throwing picks. And then I think it's a mistake that Washington isn't playing that kid that they played in the playoffs.
Probably, but, we'll see what...
Hinchke, whatever his name is. I don't know.
We'll see what comes out that way. Steelers, Bills. Bills are minus 6.5.
Mind you, it's week 1, so there's a lot of
over-under.
indecision here. Week 1, we're just playing it safe.
Just play it safe week 1. You don't know how they're going to come out unless you don't have any numbers.
The goal for week 1 is to get out with your head above water and
survive.
get some. But also, it's mainly about getting information. Focus. Don't really worry about the money that you bet. Worry about watch the games. Figure out the teams.
We're not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole, just because we don't know what Roethlisberger's going to look like.
Yeah. He said he stopped jerking off, but
he could come out. He could not. I have no fucking idea. I think the Bills are going to win the game, but I don't know how much by.
Did you hear that the Bills Mafia potentially might play Touch Myself?
Oh, thank God.
Ben Roethlisberger? Be hilarious. I'm just saying. I love the Bills Mafia. I think I root for the Bills just because I root for their fans more than the team. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're great fans. Let's move on to the 49ers Lions.
I love this over.
Love the over.
Love this over.
45 is the over-under. I would take that all the way up to 50.
I think, personally, whether it's Trey Lance or Jimmy G, that offense is back to the 2019 Super Bowl, not winning, NFC Championship, winning San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan has no one to joke about. That team, the only reason that team sucked last year is because of all the injuries. George Kittle went down. Fucking Jimmy G went down. Deebo Samuel went down. Fucking Nick Bosa went down. Their whole team just got decimated. They were a backup squad, and I think they still went 7-9.
Yeah.
They still had a decent.
No, they did pretty well. They did
for
pretty
what
good.
they had to put for the team they had to put out there. They did pretty well.
And I think they'll hold a candle in the NFC West, especially against the Rams.
They have a very good chance of contending for another NFC Championship.
That is true.
Here's another thing that you want to look at. Lions last 16 Week 1 games, the over has gone 13-3. Also, last 15 home games for the Lions, 12-3 over. I'm seeing the 49ers putting up. Hey, I love MCDC. Love what he's got going on over there. But that defense is terrible. 49ers, they could put up 45 on their own. And the Lions, I know Matty Stafford ain't there no more, but Jared Goff, decent replacement. You got TJ Hawkinson, DeAndre Swift, who potentially, we just found out, just killed somebody. Woo! As long as he's still on the field for this week, we'll figure it out in court later.
Just put up 10 points and we'll take it.
Yeah.
That's all we need from the Lions.
So, Lions overs Week 1 home games are always a good bet, and that's why we're going with it.
Vikings, Bengals. Vikings are minus 3.5, and the over/under is 48. I like the under in this game, but I am not going to take it.
The more I think about it, I think Bob is right with the under. This game could just be potentially the most boring game of the entire weekend.
Easily.
It probably is gonna be, which, that's usually good for an under. I'm not touching it. I'm rooting for Joe Burrow. I kind of like the Bengals +3 in this game. Either way, I think the safest bet, if you really have to bet this game, is definitely the under.
Yeah. Jets, Panthers.
Woo! Sammy kissing chicks. Sam Darnold is playing his former team at home in North Carolina, and he's laying 5 points. Have you ever heard Sam Darnold laying 5 points? Not me. That's why I ain't touching it.
Let's go Jets football.
Jets
we made a lot of money off the Jets last year. Let's hope that we can make a lot of money off them next year or this year.
We usually bet against the Jets.
But not tonight.
We'll wait till next week.
Cardinals Titans.
This is gonna be a fucking good game. This is potentially one of the best games of the weekend.
This will be a fun game to watch.
Great game to watch. Great game to watch. I think 3 points is too much, which I understand of your rationale is 3 points is too much in this game. It should be a pick 'em. Who knows who's going to win this fucking game?
I like the Cardinals +3. Still don't really want to touch it because it's going to be such a good game. There's no way for me to actually say, yes, that's exactly how the game's going to come
should be. It's going to be a great game to watch. It should. Honestly, I feel like it should be a pick 'em. So in those situations, yes. All right, if you think it's going to be a pick 'em, take the points on the other side. But
yeah. Let's watch it.
It's early. It's week one.
Week one.
It's week one. It's early. We're playing it safe.
Chiefs Browns. Normally, I would say, hey, let's stay away from this game. But the Browns have so many injuries week one. I'll take the Chiefs -6.
I love Chiefs -6 here, Bob. Browns are 5-15 against the spread week one in the last 20 years. Chiefs are 4-0 last 4 years week one against the spread, i.e. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era. Alright, so they always come out guns blazing week one. The Browns are injured. The Chiefs are in full health. I don't know if you watched the fucking 4 passes that Patty Mahomes had in the preseason, but they were touchdowns. He just went, oh yeah, boop. Tyreek Hill, peace out, touchdown. It's going to happen the entire game. I love the Brownies. I'm rooting for them this year, but not this week.
They
Chiefs
need to get
-6.
healthy before we root for them.
Chiefs -6 for sure.
Dolphins Patriots. Patriots are -3, and the over/under is 43.5.
Sounds low, Bob, but it's going to be lower.
Yeah, that is a true story. These two defenses are top ranked.
There's an argument to make that they're top 5 defenses, both of them. Easily both top 10. The Pats under has been 5-1 in the last 6 home openers week one. And the Fish under is 5-1 in their last 6 September games. It just goes to show that both teams start off slow offensively and just play a hard-nosed football game, get through the game, and just find a way to win. Nothing pretty, nothing special, just Bill Belichick football. We're on to the next fucking team. All he's going to do is just find a way to win. You got Mac Jones, a rookie quarterback. He's not going to put in any special plays. All you're going to see are slants, butt hooks, and running the football. Both sides.
I'll be surprised if it goes over 30.
If one team scores 20 points, I'll actually... Bob, right now.
What?
Do you think either team's going to... If one team scores 20 points... Look, if one team scores 20 points, next episode... What do I gotta do?
I don't know.
What do you gotta do? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll tell you. If it happens, we'll tell you what I'm doing at the beginning of that.
If it happens, he'll show his ass. How about that?
You don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it. Going to Broncos -3, Giants. And
on to the next game.
Let's talk about Packers -4.5 against the Saints.
Go, Pack, go.
Let's go, Pack. Aaron Rodgers has a lot to prove, and the Saints without Drew Brees, I'd take it.
Honestly, I like Famous Amos. I think Famous Amos,
he's good.
Is gonna actually in that jump. He's gonna develop. They'll figure it out, but that's the key. Is they're gonna have to figure it out. So early on, also, New Orleans, go figure. Hurricane hit the town again. So they're not playing at home. They're playing in Jacksonville. It's essentially a neutral site game. Packer laying 4. Aaron Rodgers, man. He got the MVP last year, and they didn't want to pay him. So you know what he's gonna do this year? Well, what's better than getting the MVP? Winning the fucking Super Bowl.
That's right.
Fuck you, pay me. That's what he's out. That's what he's out here to do. All right. Pack -4. Aaron Rodgers is gonna have 4 touchdowns, 500 yards. No big deal.
Bears, Rams. Rams -7.5. Over under is 46. We're going Rams.
I think overall, I think Aaron Donald potentially could get the over in sacks. He could have 50 sacks this game.
Yeah.
Bears' offensive line is garbage. Justin Fields, he's either going to get sacked by Aaron Donald or throw a pick to Jalen Ramsey. I mean, the Rams only need to score 21 points to cover this fucking 7-point spread.
We will
Easy.
take them
Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's going to show his new team what he is all about. Rams -7.
And last game Monday night, we got Ravens, Raiders. Ravens -5.5, and the over/under is 50.
Well, now that we just heard that this line has probably definitely changed since we last wrote it down, because breaking news, we're breaking news here.
Oh damn!
I mean, if we're the ones breaking you this news, you need to get out from under a rock.
You're probably not going to see this till tomorrow.
Gus Edwards, the starting running back, tore his ACL in practice today. Is it Patrick Peterson? No, it's Peterson. Peters, their cornerback. Mr. Peters, tore an ACL too. So basically, their starting running back and their starting cornerback both tore their ACL in practice today. Oh, for the Ravens.
Totally out.
With that being said, kind of like the Raiders +5 points. I'm just saying. But mind you, that line is probably going to be closer to 3 points because of that information. But if you can find a way to get the Raiders +5, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Didn't know that. Look at that.
I just broke it. I got a push notification about it like an hour and a half ago.
Whoa, well, damn. There we go.
No.
All right.
Not a good day of practice.
And so that concludes our NFL picks. Let's go on to what we're picking and how much money we're putting down.
Yep. All right. So, if you couldn't tell about how I talked about them, I think we're all on the. Are you on the same page as me? I don't know. I guess I'll go with me.
Yeah, you go first.
So we both got a $500 bankroll. Hawks -3, like I said before. Taking Hawks -3. I'm putting $50 on that. Chiefs -6, like that a lot more. Putting 100 on that. Putting 100 on the Pack -4, which I like just as good. Rams -7, I'm going 100 on that. The under 43, the Pats, I'm only going to put 50 on that, just because, who knows, Mac Jones might just like hit up Nick Saban and be like, oh wait, we're supposed to win by 100, right? Okay, yeah, because that's what we do at Alabama. So, but either way, that's why I'm only going 50 on that one, but it still should be a pretty lock. And then over on the 49ers, I'm going 100 on that. I'm also going to parlay it all together, $20. Plus 2,400, all 6 games. If it hits, it'll be a good 1,000. No, it's plus 2,400 with $20 is what's 1/5 of 24. Like $500.
Yeah. With me, I got obviously $100 on the Bucks. -5, and that's parlayed with the under 52. So I got that going on right now. When it gets to Sunday, this is kind of like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
He doesn't like to do it, but I like to take a bunch of money lines and put them together. So I'm going to take the Rams, the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Bills, the Bucks, and Pack. All 6 of them to win, parlayed together. I got $100 on that to win.
Bob, I got a question.
Basically $600.
Does your wife hold your purse when you put that bet in?
I hope they do. She does, because I love that. I love those bets. Then actually, to what I'm actually gonna bet on, I'm definitely gonna take the Seahawks -2.5. I'll have probably $50 on that. the 49ers Lions over, I'm going to put $100 on that. The Chiefs -6, I'm going to put $100 on that. The Pack, I'm going to put $50 on because I don't know if it's going to actually go through. The Fins, I'm going to put $100 on that. And the Rams, I am...
Under, right?
Yeah, the under, sorry. Did I say that wrong?
Well, you just said Fids. I don't want nobody out there being like,
under.
oh, Bob said the fish.
No.
And then fucking terrible Tua throws 3 picks. So like, God damn it, Bob.
Fins under.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how I do Saturday. We'll play that out. And that leads me into, please follow us on Twitter. Follow us on.
Before you get to this.
Oh, okay.
It's the start of the season. Who do you got to make the Super Bowl?
Oh, Super Bowl picks. All right. So Super Bowl. I'm never good at this. But I think
we're not big futures guys, anyways. But it's just fun to. We'll bust each other's balls for this.
AFC, I think it's going to be the Chiefs and probably the Bills. That's what I'm thinking, and I think the Chiefs come on top, so it'll be the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And the NFC, I'm thinking that it's going to be the Rams and probably the Bucs, I would assume. And I see the Rams taking that one, so it'll be Rams, Chiefs. I'll take the Rams. At the Rams.
And the Rams! Sorry, technical difficulties for the glitch.
Yeah.
In my Super Bowl picks, I think the Brownies, I know they're going to lose week 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs, but they're going to come back with vengeance in the playoffs, and they're going to beat the Brownies. It's going to be Browns, Bills in the AFC Championship, Bills Mafia in Buffalo, Browns coming to town, and we're taking the Brownies. Brownies going to the Super Bowl from the AFC Championship, the Cleveland Browns. You feeling dangerous, Baker? I am. Alright, and from the NFC, don't really need to talk about it. Aaron Rodgers, the bad man Aaron Rodgers, is going to lead the Green Bay Packers to the Super Bowl. It's going to be Packers, Browns in the Super Bowl, Bob.
Who's winning?
Who's winning?
Dog.
Fuck that! Go Pack, go! Aaron Rodgers got something to prove. Green Bay Packers will be your 2021 Super Bowl champions.
And we just looked it up. Pack is plus 1,200 to win the Super Bowl, and the Rams are plus 1,400.
Like we said, we're not big future guys because we can win you that 1,200 in about a week. Why wait 4 months for it?
That is right. And lastly, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. What is our handle?
At Gramble On. The name of this podcast, GRAMBLEON. At Gramble On Twitter, Instagram, and working on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, please follow us. That's the way that, we're going to run into these Ravens kind of situations where we're going to get injury reports. We're going to have to change these bets, and that's where you're going to see us changing those bets. We're also going to
Please subscribe. The bigger we get, the easier it is to win money. We're not doing this by ourselves. We're doing this together.
Just so that you can see it too, it'll pop up. But also on the same respect, we're going to put our picks below this video. They're all going to be right there. So if you don't want to listen to us for a half hour, boom, you got that right there for you to easily get to also. And yeah, with that, thank you for listening to us for the first week. We will see you next week.
See you next week.
All right. Later.